But it is time to start the Metroid game that, well, pretty much started all of this, because I just kinda wanted to replay Metroid Fusion, and, well, there we are. Here we are. I'm gonna be a little louder. Well, thanks for resubscribing there, Mario. I'm gonna let the intro play out. Not like there's much of an intro to this, but... It's a different ship than it is from Other M though, isn't it? Like it's slightly more orange-reddish than yellow. Well, maybe it's a light, I guess you could say. Oh no, Samus, no! Well, game over. Alright. Where does a language select? I don't have a language select on the version that I have at home. I think it's a USA version that I have. I need to check it at some point. Oh. I'm going to need to clear this up, don't I? I think this was the one I went really fast with, but judging by the time. Should probably also do that. Erase it, I guess, yeah. I've only played this game a few times before, don't worry about it. I can turn it a little bit high. Had been assigned to watch over the biologic research team. So once again I found myself on the surface of SR388. Which I don't know how long this is after, well, Super and Other M that this takes place in. Oh hey, look! It's that one room from Metroid. Yeah, the aiming sounds about right. It was said that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker. The parasitic organism we now know as Axe. You know, you think you'd run some suit diagnostics before you go back on your ship and shit like that, you know? Like, you might want to check that out when this enemy just kind of disappears into you. I don't know, Samus, that's pretty dumb. Anyway, of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Once the Axe had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness and my ship drifted into an asteroid belt. It feels like it's rather low on my end too. Send up a little bit for me. I'm gonna say it's quiet now until we run into Ridley or off the power bombs. The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. A biologics vessel recovered it and transported me to the Galactic Federation headquarters. Also, I never really noticed that back in the day, but you can see some pretty bad coloration going on with his visors there. Like this is like blue squares kind of bleeding out, not really spreading equally. However, during the journey the Axe multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so irrigated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had been surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X inside my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Then someone found a cure. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. It seemed that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR388. Yeah. Though, if we have to take the events of Other M in this serious, maybe it was just a cloned Metroid where we took it from. So maybe it was not the baby that saved your life, Samus? Yeah, once again, Other M just retroactively kind of fucking over what's coming behind it. Sam was prepared and injected without delay. And the X-parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. The goopy squishy. Do you think they taste like fruit gummies? They kinda look like it. As for me, one life ended, it has survived. We're born as something different. Oh damn, it's like a fever dream now. Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. Yeah, so like I said. It's implied here that the baby Metroid basically saved your life once more. But you have to take in account all the RAM happened before this, so it's like, was it really the baby Metroid, or was it just like one of the clones? Like, it just kinda ruins this, you know, but... good job, all the RAM. Fuck them shit again. You'll soon be arriving at the BSL research station. I must prepare for docking. Let's play it a little bit before I read it out. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Labs, or BSL research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I'm being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt computerized commanding officer is something I have to bear, as it was conditioned for me taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I found myself having to do so. Odoram. It makes me recall my other commanding officer. It was so much better that you didn't know what the last time was, that you had to take orders. Also, the new ship looks kind of funky. It's nice and purple though. There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR-388, as well as parts of your suit infected by the X-parasites. The cause of the explosion is as yet unclear. Investigate. The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You're still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way. Uplink from there. Is your objective clear? Yes. Now go to the quarantine bay. Alright. Power grip acquired. Yeah, you lost all abilities, but you have the power grip. Oh, I can't water from this side? Oh, okay, you're good. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people don't like that Fusion has a lot of story in it. And I don't necessarily mind. And like I said, this is my favorite Metroid game still. Is it objectively the best? Ah, debatable. Debatable. It's just getting that first game I played bonus pretty heavily. The quarantine bay is ahead. Biosensor confirmed. Be careful. Like people say it's still linear and stuff. It's like, yeah, sure. Okay, audio is not too loud here. But I think it does a pretty good job setting the atmosphere. It's like, it's the most you can get away with making it not, just barely not a horror game. Oh, aiming on one button is going to be annoying though. I'm used to all the other games having it on multiple buttons. Nah, station has seen better days. And this is how this misery starts. This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team are infected by X-parasites. The X can mimic its prey, and the specimen could have hosted it. Before the explosion, the security sensor scanned 1. The audio seems a lot lower than I thought it would be for this. The The gelatinous X parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. Seems the Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine works so quickly and so well. But it also changed your cellular makeup. You will never be infected by X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X parasites without a host merely by touching them. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. You may also restore latent abilities this way, so please pursue free X parasites whenever you possibly can. The station is home to many species, some violent ones. We must keep the X out of the breeding environment at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I'm already detecting a massive biosigns in this region. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you're only 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Is your objective clear? Yes. Now get going. I've released a lock on level 0 hatches. Look for the blinking hatches. And then the main team starts playing pretty much. There's nothing up here. No, green doors. You don't need to open the green doors with super missiles in this game, however. It's just security locks that will open over time. A lot of people say that this game is hard because you take so much damage, but I never really thought much about it. Once again, it's like, probably because it's the first one I played, that it just kind of seems normal to me. I don't know. Yes, zombies. Bobby game. I mean, he started with fighting zombies. I've received news from headquarters. They can support you with downloadable weapons data. Once you have this data, you will be able to use missiles. This will help against some enemies that your beam can't hurt. Head to the data room for the download. The data room is here. Objective clear? Yep. With missiles, your chance of survival climbs to 20%. When I first played this, I thought it was like, oh, this means there's only going to be like 5 upgrades in this entire game. Because eventually you get to 100, but no. That's not how it works. That's not how it works at all. This computer reminds me of a Gruff Federation commanding officer I served under the name Adam Malkovich. He called me a lady on missions. From anyone else I would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. Out of respect and with some irony, I named the computer after him. Good reasoning. Good reasoning. Let's recharge room. Need to be up here. I don't even need to check this, but sure. Data room is just ahead. Now, chat, you wouldn't download the missile. I sure did. So the game starts you with 10 missiles instead of 5. That's actually nice. Electrical interference has knocked out the elevators on the main deck. This may be related to the X, I'll work on it. And as for you, try to find another way to the target. It's located here. I'm reading huge bioscience, so I hope your missiles work. To reload missiles you can use the recharge room or absorb a special type of X parasite. You'll see them, try it out. Missiles are your only hope, don't hesitate to use them. Now find a way to the target. Yeah, it points you where to go, but it still leaves you enough freedom to find your own way. And again, I mean, this is pretty obvious, I would argue. This is pretty obvious. Yeah, the green X restore your missiles, the yellow ones restore health. There's also like, I think it's blue for like power bombs. I don't know, I never really could see the difference between that well. And again, Game Boy Advance screen probably also doesn't really help. I mean, maybe the wiring is just fucked because, well, look at this. It doesn't really look so good. And there's extra missiles here. I'm not going to 100% this. It's still going to be decently fast when I get through it. But there's some extra stuff that I will pick up. There's a save room up there. I'm not even going to go to the save room. And yeah, these are basically the funny doors that we also had in Super Metroid when the boss is nearby. There are just a lot more of them in this game. No Shine Spark puzzles? No, no Shine Spark puzzles. Also, the red X restore everything. Most of the Shine Spark puzzles also just kind of out of the way as a thing. Like, kind of when you get the power bombs, you need to go around and explore like a lot of areas. I do know, however, that there is a oh, I just wasted 5 missiles there. Now, guess who's the first boss? It's our good buddy from SR388, the Arachnus. Oh, he's a bit of a pushover here. I'm going to have to turn the music low for myself after this, because this is pretty loud for me. And every boss changes into one of these after every fight. But you can only hit them with missiles, so yeah. I still think they look better in this game than they did in Dread, because they just turn into, well, a black-yellow blob. Actually, I only think like just like one of them in the game. It was a nice callback at least. Well, that was that, I guess. More zombies. Gleeby zombies. Like, what was in this room? I don't even remember. A recharge room. Oh, sure. I do like the little missile and health icon on there. That's like a nice touch. Even though we don't even get any of those pickups in this game whatsoever. Save complete. I mean, I could use the elevator to go back up to the navigation room, but it's a bit stupid to do that. Summers is as I fit. The breeding environments have been invaded by X-parasites. Sector 1 SRX shows several abnormalities on biosensors. Sector 1 is a simulation of the SR388 ecosystem. To get there, take the main elevator to get to the access shaft and use elevator 1. Ship objective clear. There's a navigation room just inside for further briefing. I'm not sure, but I think whoever allowed the X into the environment may also be linked to the earlier explosion. Also time for, well, paying our friend a visit. Hello, Ridley. How are you doing? What are you doing, if anything? So yeah, this really is probably supposed to be the one from Other M as well. It's just safe to assume that they took his dehydrated corpse and put it here for some reason. I don't know why the Federation would do that. They're idiots, but sure. Before that, we could only just have guessed that it was like DNA remains scrapped off Samus's suit, and somehow, I don't know, they made another Ridley with it. And that was a big twist. They actually shoot super missiles. That's funny. I don't think when we get super missiles that they actually look like the super missile sprites, but sure. Because they just went out of the way to make a sprite for that. And now the elevator is broke. Don't worry about it, Jet. Don't worry about it. Certainly we're not going to run into our clone or something. Nah. I was like jumping on these platforms for some reason. The main elevator leading to the access shaft has been severely damaged. It will be totally unusual for some time, unfortunately. Some unknown ancient is at work. Something very powerful, certainly not human. I'll report to you when I know more. Now listen closely. The X in Sector 1 have invaded the atmospheric stabilizers. They must want to alter the environment to their needs. They're already reproducing. Clear all 5 atmospheric stabilizers to stop them. Is your objective clear? I get moving. I really should stop saying that because I'm going to say that line a lot otherwise in this game. As a kid I wasn't entirely sure. No, actually, no. Before I got the game, like probably like 2 or 3 years before that, I played Metroid Fusion at like a one of those demo booths in a game shop. Like, you know, those things that they don't have anymore. Well, both the game shops and the demo booths, I guess. But it was just kind of meshing through the dialogue, and I kept pressing on no, assuming that it was like, do I need to repeat myself here? Basically, it's like, yeah, no. It's like, and then he repeats himself, like, oh, I didn't read the fucking question. Good job, me. I was just impatient, you know. It's like we were visiting the town where that store was, and like my dad was like, yeah, we're not going to spend it forever, so better mash through to get to the good stuff first. Hello there. Alright, that's one. Oh, look, it's these fellas again. Luckily, I can just kill them with 2 missiles instead of needing to counter them. Thanks, Samus Returns. You've made him annoying. Please don't miss him. Oh, come on. Up ahead was another one. They basically just sent you around the entire sector just to get these things. Can't really get lost there. Sure, fall down, I guess. You. It's funny I haven't played this in a while, but I'm still just right used to the controls again. That's just muscle memory kicking in, I guess. No. Damn bots never change. Didn't you? Wait, no, yeah, discard by the filter. Never mind. I was about to say, why do I see that message, but we should put the filter thingy in yesterday, but that makes sense. Of course I still see the message. Chat doesn't see it. Fusion also introduced these things, which was a good addition. Having played all of them yesterday, it makes me wonder how much of these environments are actually real and just how many of these are illusions. Oh right, space pirates. Makes me wonder where the X got the space pirate DNA from actually. Also just from your suit. Samus really needs to clean her suit a lot more if that's the case. There's a grab down here, just ignore the grab. Alright, 2 more. Get some missiles back. Thanks I guess. I'm just gonna ignore those enemies. They don't really do much. Also, this room is kind of suspicious, don't you think? That don't play a part until like the end of the game, pretty much. One's still malfunctioning. What was on the left here anyway? I don't remember. The save room? Or just a room with a missile tank in it, sure. Like, these are the pickups that I can get. Like, there's not much of a time waster. I do like how the space pirates look in this game. Like, I don't know, it's a good shade of purple. Brutal shirt doesn't exist in this game as well. Also, not all the X will immediately be available for absorption, as you can see. You just kinda move on and reform. Sometimes you actually need to make them reform in order to solve stuff. This might be a thing later, actually. I'm not sure if it was mandatory. What's in here? Toads and the save room. I don't need to save. Actually, I should save. Just in case one Windows does a bloody thing. Because good old Windows we trust. Trust to fuck up, I guess. I like to say it hasn't really happened much in recent times, but I've also just been using capture cards a lot, so yeah, that also drastically lowers the chances. Don't fall down now. There we go. I do kind of wonder why they put the Chozo statue in the research station, however. However, that's also fake. It's pretty much just a mimic at that point, isn't it? It's like, oh, you think it's his treasure chest, but no. It's actually an enemy. Bit of a push over there. Charge beam. Charge beam is pretty funny in this game. Also, it gives you beam, basically 2 shots that you fire instead of 1 shot. Also, that energy effect that you see at the beam shot deals massive damage for some reason. And there's like a speedrun trick that you can kill stuff with it fast if you like hit enemies exactly correct with it. No guarantees I'll be able to do that. Let's see, some stuff's drilling here. Yeah, I'm going out of the way to get this missile tank. In this game, the super missiles basically become the just the upgraded form of the normal missiles. So there's like no different tanks; it's all just chat in one. Which gives you an absurd amount of super missiles, really. Hello, there's Zaza. Alright, we've saved the area. Everything is fine, right? Right, there's this one save room here. Charge attack deals 4 times damage if you remember right. Yeah, it's some absurd number, I believe. Can I still do this? Not really used to this wall jump anymore now. Because of playing super. Oh great, I just completely can't do this anymore. I used to be better at this, I swear. It's been so long that I've just kinda misremembered to do this. How does Samus lose her powers every time she goes to a new place? Well, she almost died this time around, so... Man, I'm really not getting this continuous wall jump off, am I? Man, I'm really struggling with this, Jesus. Luckily wall jump isn't mandatory, but still, this is embarrassing. Like, I used to be a lot better with this. My timing is wrong. I'll give this a few more attempts and then I'm just gonna move on because it's just like a missile tank up here that I don't necessarily need it. Yeah, I'm just gonna move on. I don't need a missile tank. I'm disappointed at myself for not being able to do that anymore though. Hold on, I'm gonna check this if it just becomes easier with the analog stick or not. So I'm just using the D-pad for this, as I should be. No, it doesn't seem to matter. If anything, it seems to make it worse. Alright. No fancy wall jumping tricks then. I'm embarrassing. Also thinking about the file select, I don't think I actually needed to delete a file. I could have just restarted it, I think. Yeah, I went on record saying that the wall jumps in this game are easier to do. Shame on me. Shame on me. Your D-pad usually not as good with analog stick. It depends on the game. Like if it's a game like this, the D-pad is better. Atmospheric stabilizers online, but many X have already managed to make it to other sectors. It seems, in particular, Sector 2, the tropical habitat shows abnormalities. I suspect the X entered this sector with the help of our unseen saboteur. He or it may be in Tro now. Samus, get over there, we need to put an end to this. Start moving, I'll brief you at the Tro navigation room. Let me take a drink on the elevator. As I listened to the briefing, my thoughts turned to Adam. The real Adam understood me well. He returned orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wouldn't disagree. That was just his way of trust. I wonder if I can trust his computer too. Honestly, could you trust Adam? He was a fucking asshole. Ah yes, I'm going to shoot you in the back and then I'm going to commit suicide because I'm a fucking idiot. Also, look at this. Like, you can see your hand under the arm cannon here. It's blue, right? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Small sector, right? I've learned the identity of a mystery saboteur. Samus, it's an X mimicking you. Oh. I've named it the, what? How do we pronounce this? The SAX? The SAX? I believe the SAX came from a capsule containing your infected suit parts. It used a power bomb that escaped the quarantine bay. An explosion breached the capsules containing all the X and started this disaster. Saxophone. Yeah. But the SAX is definitely our biggest worry right now. The SAX could also say that, I guess. The SAX is mimicking you at full power. You can face it. If you see the SAX, just run, don't think about fighting. You're still very vulnerable to cold and unexpected side effects of the Metroid vaccine. Like Metroid, you can be frozen by an ice beam. Of course, the SCX is armed with the ice beam. Stay away. If you see it, just run. HQ says that they have bomb data already in the data room. Bombs will help you find a way if the SCX traps you. The data room is here, but it's sealed by a level 1 hatch. You have to find the security room and release the level 1 locks. But the safety protocols is not marked on the map. You have to find it on your own somehow, Samus. So, first find the security room and unlock level 1 hatches, then go to the data room and get the bomb data. Keep an eye out for the SAX. Alright. Luckily, I still remember where the data room is. Like, I think I can just play this game blindly without any markers at all at this point. Also, yeah, we got these fellas back again. They're pretty janky. But yeah, there are green, bluish green in Super, and just like in a few rooms. They didn't really show up much. They had a red for some reason. I don't know why they did that, but sure. I think they look better in red. As you could see, though, it just immediately destroyed the enemy because of that charge attack damage. The blue hatches are now active. I wonder how these doors look from the front, actually. That's probably a silly question. I didn't take any damage from that, that's good. There should be a missile tank in here somewhere. Now look, it's these fellas. Oh, I think it was up there, actually. Can't get up there quite yet. Can't even bomb jump yet either. Oh, this thing. Alright, you wouldn't download a bomb. Yes, we do. Just kinda wonder why all these data stations even are to begin with. Well, I guess the people working in the station download all the stuff with it. Nice footsteps. And the door is gone. Some extra missiles. You can also kill the enemies with bombs, but doesn't really matter much. This always bothered me, because it looks like it would open to the left, but no, you fall down here. It's like, okay, sure. This was just a save room? Yeah. This was overkill. There's some more extra pickups up here that we don't necessarily need. Wasn't that where the pillar was in? Oh, there. You get a decent amount of tanks really fast in this game. Oh well, missile tanks specifically. Oh, gonna have to wait here. What was the real one again here? I guess it actually doesn't really matter. It does. It does matter. Hold on. I'm being muzzled. If you're more fast enough there, you can actually just grab the latch without having to fall down. Oh yes, it's these funny fellas. Like I said, it just feels like you took a bunch of enemies from Fusion and just kind of put them in all around. Really making me question if they wanted to just make like a Fusion remake to a certain degree. So yeah, the blue one is super tanky for some reason. It does, however, give you a red axe that restores everything, so that's nice. What would happen if you let those two rooms fuse? I think they just, actually, we can find it out. I think the red ones just changed into a blue one is the thing. I don't know. Or did it just like need to leave one red one alive for that? Might be the case. Yeah, in some cases they fuse together and get stronger, which is a bit of a problem. Well, like I said, in some cases you also need to do it in order to actually get stuff. Like, I think there was like a secret room somewhere that required you to actually fuse things together. I think it was up here. Also, yeah, we're pretty much in the secret area of this map, but the secret area is a little bigger than the map area. It's kind of silly. Like, I don't know why they don't give you the full date. It's like, oh no, we don't trust you. No, they just kind of reform. Because these didn't fuse together. Go down here, right? Yeah. Actually, no, this was not the way forward, I'm pretty sure. No, this was the way out. It's going the right path. I would like to get my missiles back though, because I know there's a boss ahead. And then all the X just kind of turn into yellow ones that I don't need. No, I'll take that. Alright, random boss time. This thing is weird. Like, I'm not sure what this creature's supposed to be. It's just, well, you'll see. I guess it's quite gleeby, you could say. I think it had a funny name too, actually. Is it Bobby or something? Oh. Also just kind of see-through for no good reason. Also, yeah, it can eat you, but you have to bomb your way out as a mothball. It looks funny. It's kind of funny, yeah. It's not much of a challenge though if you know what to do. There we go. It already done more damage to me as an axe core than it actually did as a normal form. Sure. Alright. High jump and jump ball abilities were covered. Call it jump ball instead of spring ball in this game. I wonder what the decision behind that was, because every other game calls it spring ball. Also, yes. The worms are evolving. Don't worry about that. That'll be an issue for later, Samus. Should have raised my head down. Be very, very silent, yeah? There's a few moments in the game where you run into the SEX like that. Oh, it's evolving even more. What could be inside? Could I get what was down here? Or do we need to grab the suit for that? I don't even think it's worth it, so I'm just gonna leave. Also, yeah, now they just kind of block off certain exits, so yeah, come back here later if you want to. Should we worry about that? Nah, I don't think so. Exactly, don't worry about it. So it'll be an issue for future Samus. You pretty much return to every subzone once. Don't think there's... well, yeah. I don't think there's any that you return more to. Might be wrong with that though. Actually, I think you return to the ice one multiple times. Because reasons. I'll say these things hurt a lot when you jump on them, but that'll be fine. Also, you can't hurt these things anymore. You could in Super, but not here. I don't know why. You just can't. Actually, hold on. Check that other room out real quick. I think it's just a missile tank, but... Also, unlike Super, you don't get an X-ray visor in this game, so most of these you just kind of have to find out by power bombing every wall later in the game. Which is very funny, because a power bomb is an obnoxious noise. I don't know why they made a power bomb such a loud effect. Oh, much missiles do I have in total? 75. That's not bad. Yeah, it just turns into bomb every suspicious looking room with a power bomb and see if something shows up. Samus, we've got trouble. Releasing the security lock may have been a bad idea. The SEX has invaded the water environment in Sector 4, Aqua, with several 100,000 acts. With the blue hatches active, the SEX slipped in easily. The creatures and systems in Sector 4 are already showing multiple irregularities. I'm currently investigating. I'll brief you in the navigation when you arrive. Now head for Sector 4. The SEX, an enemy about my strongest abilities, but does it have a reason? Probably not. It's just a killing machine. In my current state I can't face it head on. The SEX is me, only heartless. I must stop it before it learns its potential and threatens the universe. Well, at least you know what you're capable of on your own, I guess. Pretty decently sized sector. This sector has taken more damage than expected. I knew the X were powerful and destructive, but still. This seems to be purposeful. We certainly can't rule out the possibilities that the XES has a high degree of intelligence. I find the X fascinating, especially this SAX. But I digress. This sector is home to a very large creature the researchers call Ceres. It's capable of moving and attacking at ultra high speed. The more senseless and widespread destruction here may have been attributed to Ceres. No doubt the SAX released it, but I can't be sure why yet. Ceres has returned often to the breeding tank here. Its natural behavior must be to go back to it periodically. It's a valuable specimen, but you have been authorized to terminate it. If you don't, it may invade other sectors. Is your objective clear? While you're moving, be careful. Some of the broken power nodes have electrified the water, but we can't cut the power. Doing so would affect the whole station adversely. If you touch the water, you will be electrocuted. Conserve your energy as you go. Ah yes, it may invade all the sectors. Like, I'm pretty sure no other sector has any water in it, so Ceres would not be much of a threat in that regard. Like, I think the ice one has like some water areas, but it might just be the ice that melted later on in the story. Sector 4 is probably my favorite of the game. Yes, I know, usually people hate water water levels, but I quite like this one. Must be because it's so blue. I can just do this actually. I'll go up here first, even though I know this is just a dead end for some items. Save room up here right away. Like, I don't really get why they put a save room here. Maybe my exploration times are over already if I can't fucking wall jump in this. This is depressing. Like, I used to be able to do this quite easily. What makes you like the water section? Because you're a swimmer, perhaps? I don't even know why I like this sector as much. Maybe because it's one of the only sectors with music of its own. Can I just bomb jump my way up, maybe? Not if I spammed him, there needs to be rhythm to it. Not much luck with this either. Man, I've completely forgotten the timing for this. Just Shine Spark? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't have the speed booster quite yet. Also, I think it just kind of returned from the top side anyway. Come on, I should be able to wall jump twice in succession, right? This is frustrating me. Like, I can barely even get like a single wall jump off as it is. I've just forgotten how to do it, I guess. Like, I used to be very good at this. Like, maybe you can even see like past recordings of the stream. Of this game, rather. I have to do a lot better with this. I am bothered with this. I am really bothered by this. I do want to go up here first because I know there's an item there. Hey look, it's the funny fish from All Around. It's a good reason I go this way, because there's an energy tank up there. I mean, you might think that this is the way forward, but it isn't. Because that's why it isn't. The way forward is blocked off. Okay, the fish take more than one missile shot. Sure. Oh, it doesn't want to be down here. Actually, I think I can just shoot that. Like, I'm not even sure why I did the morph ball bomb. Like, is that rust in the back there, or is it supposed to be blood? Like, I'm not sure. At least I remember the locations of most of these secret missile tanks. Might take away my ability to wall jump, but you won't take away that my memory, I guess. And then we go up here. I'm not sure if I will be able to finish Dread in one sitting tomorrow, though. Which maybe I'll stream it on Saturday. We will be having Mario Kart on Saturday anyway, so... Also, I'm pretty sure Fusion is the only game that actually has like secret walls in save rooms. Well, Sarah's ain't looking so good. I mean, that thing sure died fast. Considering we just kind of opened the security hatches here. Also spooky music. Alright, it's time for a good rave party. I love this battle music. Sadly, you don't really hear much of it. Because Sarah's is just so loud. Still got the timing on that down at least. If you kind of stay here and pay attention to its movement, you don't really take much damage of it all. Yeah, it's also used for the spider balls. Pretty sure the official name of the thing is Yakuza, and I don't know why they call it that. Like, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have any mafia ties. You can't even really move from the spot if you know what you're doing. Oh, he's already dead. Oh. Poor Cyrus. Stood no chance. Sadly, for the X-Core form, I do need to move. Alright. Easy. And now we have speed booster. Now we're up here, the other way that I couldn't go down earlier. Like, I'm making it look pretty easy now, but first time I played this game it took me a good week. No, more than a good week actually to beat it. Also, yeah, I forgot another tank up there, didn't I? Where was it again? Is it just down here? Yeah. Like in the first session playing, which was like a good 2-3 hours, I think I managed to defeat the, well, the boss with the high jump. But I remember being stuck on some areas quite a while. The aforementioned spider boss took me quite a bit actually. And I don't think I beat Cyrus in one go either. I might have trouble getting my my wall jumps in this game, but I do remember all the patterns of the bosses pretty well. At least my memory is good. My reflexes? Not so much, I guess. Like, I'm going to make Nightmare look like a joke when I get there. Water level lowered. Yay. I think it was in the other room that there was stuff down below the water line. No more wall jump in this game, sadly, unlike in Zero Mission. I wanted to jump up, actually. Sure. And just like that, we're already up to 100 missiles. Which is quite royal, considering the last few bosses really take more damage from the charge shot. Because the wave beam deals immense amounts of damage. It's actually, this is like one of the only Metroid games that you get the wave beam after getting the spiral ball. Where you get the wave beam after getting the plasma beam. Like usually the plasma beam is like the last upgrade you get. Alright, and this is one of the rooms where I actually need to let the parasites do their thing. Otherwise the door won't open. Yeah, it's silly, it's silly. Alright, let's make a save and let's be on my way. How long have I been going with this for so far? Just over an hour already. Started a little bit later today because I knew this game was not going to take me as long. So I didn't really feel the need to start as early as I did the last few days. So Samus has been affected by the X2. Well, as a result you've recovered another ability. At this rate you may be able to face the SEX yet. But that still weighs off. HQ has more support data, this time it's a missile upgrade data. You desperately need this, but the data room here is sealed with a level 4 lock, the highest security level. Let's avoid opening sensitive areas unless it's necessary. Also, the route to the data room in Sector 2 is blocked by still more SEX activity. I note a deliberate activity pattern, as if it's blocking your recovery intentionally. Samus looks like your best option to download this is in the Sector 3 Pyre. You'll find the Pyre data room in your map after using the navigation room there. See objective clear. Now head for Sector 3. I wonder if this Sector 3 is a fire sector, because it sounds like pyro. I wonder. Nah, it wouldn't be that easy with the names now, would they? Like I said, although I'm just kind of reused the a lot of the sector IDs from this game as well. I mean, I guess it's also easy level decision making, like a cold area, a warm area. Also, I appreciate the fact that you don't go through the sectors in numbers. Like, you just kind of skip, then you go to 4, then you go back to 3. Thankfully, the X have not invaded this area yet. The data room here is sealed by yet another security hatch. In order to download, you must find the security room here and activate level 2 hatches. This may allow the SEX and X parasites into the area, but we'll have no choice. Your recovery is our main goal. The data room here is, as I explained, security rooms can't be shown on the map. Be careful, Samus. You will see very violent organisms here. And avoid the ultra-heated areas, your suit can take such high temperatures yet, but we're working on it. Level 2 hatches are green. Release a lock and proceed to the data room for the download. Super missile data is ready. Your firepower will triple. First activate the green hatches, then go to the data room. There are no ultra-heated areas on this route, so turn back if you enter one. Thanks for the hint. I mean, you would let me walk through it anyway, Adam, like you don't care. Like we started another RAM. It's like, ah yes, I'm just gonna take heat damage and you don't give a fuck. That makes that remark all the more stupid, doesn't it? Where or where might the data room be, though? Oh, wasn't it like... Yeah. Hold on a second. Not really a shine spark thingy, but I do remember there being a speed boost thing here. Oh, it actually doesn't even matter, there's like no upgrade there. Darn it. There was something down here though. So until the block respawns, so I can walk over it. Yep. I'm not sure if that intends to teach you how to shine spark up there. Even though you don't really need to. Alright, green doors can now open. And immediately the X show up. It's kind of funny how fast it is. How did you know? Like I said, I remember a lot of the pickups in this game. I also know that I can't go up here. I'm gonna show it off anyway, but... Yep. Just kind of wasting time showing it off, huh? No, you're supposed to go down here. Oh, these weird things. Power bombs. Okay. Guess not. Also, yes, these fellas from Super Return. However, they can move this time, so yeah. You can just pass them by peacefully. Yeah, this is like the little desert area in this game that I mentioned yesterday. I didn't remember that Old Ram kinda also had like 1-2 rooms with like lots of sand in it, but yeah. So just have to boost through these fuckers, it doesn't really matter. Alright, super missiles. You don't get an individual toggle for them here. Like I said, you just go combined. They're also a lot less strong. Like it's instead of 5 times the damage, it's just like 3 times the damage. Also, yeah, don't worry about the earthquake, chat. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about this massive hole in the floor either. Just saving every now and then because I have trust issues with Windows, as you know. There's like a missile tank to the right here. Yes, I think it was a missile tank, right? Yeah. I think I like these barrier acts the most before they turn all metal and stuff. Thanks to fusion missiles became against suspendable hospitable charge beam. Yeah. Oh no, what is this? What is going on here? Should we be following this? Time to introduce you, chat. The security robot. And the robot is called the security robot BOX. Yes, box. Like I don't know what it stands for anymore, but I don't know, Bio Operating System X, some shit? I don't know. No idea what the X is supposed to stand for. Also not really difficult fight if you're just gonna stay above it. Oh, the super missiles shoot a little bit slow. They shoot a little bit slow. Also, yeah, as you can see, there's something inside of there. What's inside that, chat? His face looks like Nemesis. Awesome power bomb, right? Oh, screw tank even. I will do a shine spark thing here in a bit. You gotta go? Alright, take care. Yeah. There, I got a little shine spark. And shine spark this way. Actually, I don't even think this shine spark matters in the grunt thing. I'm pretty sure you can just exit this from below anyway. I think there was something here still, wasn't there? Yeah, another powerbomb block. We won't have power bombs for quite a while still, but we already see quite some spots where I can use them. I actually don't know why I can shoot it down there. I'm pretty sure that room to the side there was like blocked by various, so I'm not going to go down there yet. Well, speaking of Varia, chat, I hated the Varia suit in this game. You'll soon see why. You'll soon see why. See that you encountered a rogue security robot. You may destroy it if you meet it again. Your safety is vital. But as to your brief, level 2 security locks are released, so sectors 5 and 6 are open. It means the sectors have been likely infiltrated by Axe. They're much harder to stop than we initially suspected. Sector 5 Arc is sub-zero. You're still susceptible to cold from the vaccine side effects, so you take damage if you even set foot inside there. Avoid Sector 5 for now, but in the meantime HQ is working on data to adjust your suit for extreme temperatures. Once you have the transmission you can download it, but the Axe have destroyed all the data rooms you've used so far. I no longer doubt the capacity for critical thought. You have to use the data room in the night habitat, Sector 6, Knock. Go to Sector 6 and access the navigation room there. Tread lightly, Samus. You're the only one who can do this. And the X may be much more dangerous than we know. Does Samus suspect anything? No, I don't think so. Good. Monitor her closely. Affirmative. Out. What is this? Sussy shit going on. I was just kind of like doing that, coming down the elevator like that. It doesn't do anything, just neat, I guess. Time for the purple zone. The various new data is here from headquarters, from HQ, ready to download. Get moving to a data room. But there's a problem. Acts from the Sub-Zero sector archive in Sector 6. And they've been changed by the cult. If you absorb one, you'll be frozen from within. It seems like a deliberate tactic. Once you download the various suit modification, you'll be out of danger. Just be extremely careful until then. The Knock data room is here, but remember, avoid the blue X. You should be able to stun them in order to get by. Be careful, they're hunting you actively now, Samus. And this area is very dark, proceed with extreme caution. Well, I don't think it's going to look as dark here as it did on the Game Boy back in the day, but guess we'll see. So this is the, well, the dark sector for the nightlife creatures. It's mostly just a cave system. I actually don't remember if this was where to get in here. It was. Yeah, but then you're just gonna be blocked off on this side. However, I guess it is your hint that you can see it from the other side. Of course, there's one on this side too. How did we do this again? Just with bombs. What's it? Someone vacuuming outside? There we go. I was surprised if someone is vacuuming outside and you could just hear it like this. Luckily they made sure that you can see the blue eggs and just like made them very big. Skipping, falling down on the right now. Was this anything? I think it's just a missile tank in the other room. No, just a safe room there. Alright. As I said, I just started this stream later on purpose. Because I know this is not going to take me as long as the other games are going to take. Or we're going to take, rather. I mean, like I said, I'm still not sure how long Dread is going to take me tomorrow. Alright, this room. Thanks for opening the door. I do find that the screw attack that the STX has looks better than the one we get later. It's just a good color of green. Alright, it's gone. Yeah, I don't really want to run into that thing here and get chased down. It's manageable, but it's still hard to deal with. Let's save here. I do need to be careful here because there is a bunch of blue eggs hidden behind these blocks. And if you shoot them by accident, you'll take a lot of damage because they're annoying. Like, I'm not bothered by the fact that they freeze you, it's just the damage really, that's the problem. Alright, time for the most... oh, right. Thanks for that. Thanks for the most original boss fight. It's just a big X-Core. Just did it a charge beam a few times and that does the trick. It's not a complicated fight. It does a decent amount of contact damage, but... I like a lot of these fights get special music to them, but you don't really hear it that long. Because the fights aren't overly complicated. Well, if you know what you're doing, I guess. Alright, time for the vomit suit. Oh, I hate this thing. It just does not look good. Look at it. No. No, it's gross. It's gross. I hate it. Also, yeah, the X still think you're weak to ice, so they just kinda suicide like this. Let's pick up some missile tanks here. Let's get one up there. Oh, it was in the middle there, wasn't it? Yeah. It doesn't show here how much in-game time you have quite yet. It only shows up after you've beaten the the game wants. Alright, these fellas. It's taking a while for them to show up. And then we just leave the area again. Well, there's some extra stuff I can get, I guess. That's why we don't go into quite yet. No, that's for later. I don't like that I can hear the neighbor's vacuum that loudly, though. Alright, this thing. Actual mimics. I think there is one for each power-up that you can get. Like one health tank, one power bomb, and one missile tank that just kind of flies away. It's kind of funny actually that it happens. Just ignore that. Yeah, this area isn't very big. Well, until later, I guess. Even then, I'm not sure how much it really adds to the map. Alright, and that was Area 6. Like, I'm probably really making it look easy again, just like I did with Super. How did that X download this area suit data? This doesn't seem to make any sense at all unless the X have the ability to process data organically. At any rate, you have the various suit data. Now you will be protected from extreme temperatures. More importantly, the SCX will no longer be able to freeze you, so you can escape easier. But you're still too weak, that thing is just too much for you. You currently have no way of damaging it, but my simulations indicate that a penetrating weapon like the plasma beam might work. Developing modification data will take a headquarters some time though. There's also the chance that you will be able to restore your plasma beam by absorbing a large core X, once you switch your charge beam function. As for restoring the ice beam functionality, I doubt it. Your current cellular makeup would reject that addition. Therefore, HQ has developed an ice missile upgrade. It will add a freezing effect to your missiles. It will help. Go to Sector 5 ARC for the download. Now get moving. The first introduction of actual ice missiles. I'm sorry, Rundus, they don't belong to you. Which is why I find it all the more silly that you get ice missiles in Prime 3. It should have just been the ice beam or something. I mean, not that it doesn't make sense that you can get them there, but I don't know, it just feels kind of weird. It's supposed to be a workaround. You need to download the data for the ice missile upgrade, but, as you might expect, the data room here is secured. Level 3 security hatches are yellow. Release the security lock and download the data as usual. And experiment with his new missiles. They will be helpful. You know what to do. Go do it. I actually need to check though. Where the hell was the security room in this one again? I think it was all the way down there. I think we should have supposed to go through here first. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to go through here because the other door's like locked by a yellow door. Yeah. Also, this room is just annoying. It's big for no reason. You have to go up and down multiple times. Music is nice though. Well, there's already a different wall X there. Actually, I'm not even sure what these things are called. I like calling them wall X because, well, it's pretty much what they do. They just wall of an area. I didn't need to kill them. I did anyway. Did we go down there yet? I'm not sure. No, we go down there. We go down there. Worst kept secret room. There we go. Well, it's going to be a while until we unlock the level 4 ones though. So it's going to be a while. Also know that there's like climbable ladders on the walls there that you can unveil, but don't really need them. Let's see, just go up to the next one. Also, yeah, if you look at the sprite from the from Samus there, you can see that her arm and the arm cannon is still blue, or well, the hand rather. So like they forgot to color those 4 pixels, which is kind of funny. It's like a little bit of an oversight, I guess. I was just found a funny little mistake that they made. Oh, it's the fact that they do missiles used to freeze enemies. I'm pretty much gonna use it right away here. I guess you can also kind of see it from this angle that the arm, the end of the cannon is still kind of blue. Like there's another color, spot if you got the color. And that's another fake missile tank. Oh well, health tank. Energy tank rather. There's only one for power bombs left. Don't remember where you find that one though. Also, yeah, for this puzzle you need to let them change. Where exactly was it? Well, never mind, I'm not hitting that thing. Come on, there we go. It's just another one, if you know, you know, kind of locations. Right. You need this fella, because otherwise you can't get out of the other room. And now we're done in this sector, for the time being. Alright, to go vacuum cleaning again. I'm sorry, Chet, I'm just bothered by the vacuum cleaning that I can keep hearing every now and then. What is that flying around here in the background? Don't worry about it, I guess. Wasn't it a bear? Yeah, they kind of make you think that the upgrade is like down there because there's like enemies under it, but no. It's a bear. It's a bear. It's time, chat.
Emergency in Sector 3.
You don't get an escape sequence quite yet in this game, but you get this.
Emergency in Sector 3.
Which is safe. I'll probably be fine.
Emergency in Sector 3.
Emergency in Sector 3, the air could melt down soon. Seems the main boiler's cooling unit is malfunctioning. This could easily destroy the entire research station, as it would likely trigger the auto-destruct explosives. We have about 6 minutes. Hurry to Sector 3 and access the control room to the side of the main boiler room. Most of the systems in Empire are down because of this. Again, we know who to blame. The SCX must have hacked into the system control file. What an impressive intelligence. There's little time. Hurry to the control room in Sector 3. Alright. Now it's time to go fast. Honestly, somebody should just get aboard a ship and just let this entire thing explode. It would solve the problem. Oh well. Not allowed, I guess. So there's a lot of problems in the long run. But again, if you know where to go, it's not much of a problem. Oh, I didn't get hit by that. I could have just gone to the other side, actually. It wouldn't be Metroid without the escape sequences, wouldn't it? Well, it's not really escape sequence, but you get what I mean. I guess. Also, this is pretty much the halfway point of the game, I guess. Around it. Well, probably after you get this stuff done. So it's kind of stupid of an oversight that they would put the main cooling unit in the fucking warm zone though. Like, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. That ain't no X. That's a human.
4 minutes
Well,
to main boiler.
it was a human, I guess. Also, you can notice a small difference with how this one looks. Like the spiky ones always give you beam upgrades. The wide beam. We don't have spacer in this either. We get wide beam. It's basically the same. It looks a little funnier. Alright. Is that emergency done? Just gonna shoot hexagons now for some reason. Get it there. I'm pretty sure there was an upgrade down below here actually, but yeah, I don't have the gravity suit to nullify the magma damage, so I'm not going to bother. Even though I already got a decent amount of energy tanks. Shoot you. Oh. Fine. Oh, it didn't mean I want to fall down there though. There's some stuff on this side that I can grab real quick. It's another missile. I think there was an energy tank further to the right though. Which involves freezing some enemies. Yep. Yeah, there's like another item down there too, as you can see, but not entirely sure where it was. Oh, well, right here. Alright, that's done in this area for the time being again. Actually, I don't really think we return to Sector 3 now. Yeah, there's not really much rooms left here. Just for collection's sake that you return here. Which I don't think we'll do. Come on, get it in. It's actually kind of funny because you never really revisited this hallway. Until now. Alright. Alright, that's the Sector 3 stuff done. I'll make a save here. It's probably a good idea. It's probably a good idea. Also, I'm pretty sure I got one row of energy tanks already. Maybe one's missing. The X mimicked a crew member, it all makes sense now. The X can absorb the memories and knowledge of their prey. What an astounding find. Headquarters was very impressed. But don't you find it strange this could have destroyed the station with the X in it, not to mention the SAX? Unusual for a self-preserving species like the X, unless... Your presence is an even greater threat, a threat to the existence of X elsewhere. This is only a hypothesis. Perhaps their survival instincts is in conflict with a newly born intelligence. Don't let your guard down yet, the X is still a threat. Sam, as I see biosigns on the habitation deck. Survivors? The infected crewmen you saw survived until recently. Maybe there's a chance. The signs emanate from here. I've just restored the power to the main elevator. Use it to return and look for any survivors. Alright. This little section here. Which this pretty much marks the halfway point of the game. You kind of start revisiting the sectors you've already been in. Well, some of them at least. Some others not really in that order. Also, yes, we can go through the hole there, don't worry. Speaking of random holes. Oh, I can't even go through that without screw it. Why? Like, it's just a shortcut. Why do I need the screw attack for that? Was it just a bear? Yeah. Yeah, those things can only be destroyed by fire bombs. So remember that in Super Metroid I went out of my way to save the animals? And this is why. Because they're here again. Look at them. Friends. There's an item in the middle here. Yep. Take the misses. Kinda awkward spots to freeze them in, but sure. Time to release the animals. Also, there's some RNG to this, by the way. Like, they don't always show up in this order. Also, yeah, the bird is a baby now. It's kinda cute. The activist protecting a Super Metroid hatch. Actually, I'm not sure if it already is hatched in the escape sequence. No, I can't shine Spark down. Sad. But yeah, that is the main reason that I want to save the animals in Super Metroid. It's kinda canon. So you have to. Hey Tycoons and Agoras. I've met these intelligence beings before. You seem to recognize me as well. How unusual to meet them again here. In the past they've helped me unleash abilities I didn't know I had. But where did they run off to? I hope they're safe. Yes, some scarce for the animals. Which is just kinda cute. Alright Adam, admired humans. Hope you're too sad about that. So the survivors were not human. Most unfortunate. We can now confirm the death of all the crew members. I imagined this was the case, but I had hoped it wasn't so. I believe the axe only affected humans for knowledge. That one was too weak for battle. I'm sure the others were merely food for the axe. Samus, I think they're evolving, growing stronger. Some are now appearing to resist your current weapons. Headquarters anticipated this and sent the power bomb data as soon as the hardware team finished it. Download it immediately. My choice of data rooms is limited to this one in Sector 5. Go, now. Alright, we go back to Sector 5 again. Sector 5 we revisit 3 times total. Well, I say revisit, visit 3 times total. Welcome back, Sazan. Let me quickly pick this up here. I'm pretty much already got enough missiles for the entirety of the game. Like I said, the last few bosses in the game really depend more on your beam up in anyway. So there's not really much of an incentive to gather all the missiles in this game. Down we go. No. I don't know where it is. Come on now. We've been to this data room before, but I'll show you its position again. Now move out. Actually, what was the name? Oh, right, this. I'm actually pretty sure there was also like power bombs behind this room. Oh, screw attack even. Yeah, we're not going to go back here with the screw attack, that's just too far out of the way. And as I said, I'm not going to get 100% here, so... yeah. I can show off some of these funny items, I guess. That will specifically lead you to a very tight hallway where you need to freeze an enemy to platform on. But I'm pretty sure you have to do the platforming as a morph ball as well, so yeah. Alright, power bombs. Are you ready for the most obnoxious power bomb sound ever? I know I am. How bad is it? Well... yeah. That song brings back memories. Also, yes, you're locked in with the SAX here. Oh, the power bomb block down there is there to bait you. Because the wall on the right here just kind of disintegrates. So you're out in the open. Also, yeah, the red enemy here is also more resilient. So I'm pretty sure there was another hallway up there. Yeah. It's funny how I just remember some of these. Like, I couldn't remember what I learned on school back in the time when I was playing this game, but I do remember all these power-up locations. It's just how it is, I guess. Also, I can see like the few pixels on the... well, even a missile is selected actually. Oh, is this a power bomb tank? No, it isn't. I thought that was a fake power bomb tank, but no. Security room again. Don't worry about the security room. Oh, sure, I'll make a save here. I still wonder if my current pace is going to be under 2 hours in the game time. It's already around 2 hours real time here. Also, yeah, the power bomb collects all the X in this game, which is nice, I get. Oh, Windows doing the thing. I guess I need to reboot the model in a bit then. Thank you, Windows. Most appreciated. Oh, this is that hallway. Never mind then. I'm not gonna bother that. That's the hallway I mentioned with the enemy that you need to freeze. Let me fix this. Thanks, Windows. Love it when this happens. Absolutely love it when this happens. I hope the calibration isn't off now. It takes a little bit longer than restarting the PNG tuber. Yep, seems fine. Seems fine. Okay, that means I won't be able to see chat for a bit. I'm sorry, chat, you're on your own. Sure, you'll be fine. I still have no idea what is playing around in the background here. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Totally not something we fought before. Nah. I might want to restart the stream before I do the suit sorter then though. Sam has returned to his ship. I have important information. Can I go? No? No. Yeah, I'll probably restart the stream for the suit sorter then. Oh, that didn't fuck up with shit, did it? Okay, no. The web page had open, still fine. Oh, I can see chat again. And then we lost all power. I kind of wonder how that works with the elevator though, because the elevator is standing on is just like an energy platform. More spooky music. Oh, hi, Whitley. Well, crumble to ashes. Why do I still need to destroy it if I use the power bomb? That makes no sense, actually. This might be my favorite section of the game, actually, where the entire ship comes without power. Also, yeah, there is the extra boss we fought in AM2R. Somebody don't spit on me. Oh, they spit on me. Sure, power bomb it is. Docking base. The right moment to stop, huh? Alright. The main silo of the reactor core has gone offline. That's why all the elevators and station systems are down. Elevators and hatches won't work, this doesn't bode well. If you can make it to this point, you may be able to start the auxiliary power system. Then we can figure out why the main silo went offline. By the way, I asked you to return here to tell you. Some strange creatures have boarded your ship. I confirmed that they were not X-hosts and I gave them a berth. Do you know anything about these strange creatures? Ready to source of the healthy bow sounds earlier. Very well then, the presence in the midst of this disaster must have some significance. I will keep him here. I like the goopy one that just keeps jumping in front of the camera. Oh, you've escaped containment. Remember the worms from earlier? Yeah, they've kind of evolved into bees now. Well, key hunters. Close enough. This is the central area. I'll just go over here though, so that I don't need to fall down. There's no point in that. Got more space bars to deal with down here. And there is just a free energy tank here. Just spam missiles on them, I guess. How did I get this one again? From the other side, I believe. I like that I can crouch in this game. Oh, Windows, we're not doing the thing again. Why did you bring up that window? Hold on, let me check if all the stuff still works. All the stuff still works. Oh well, time to reboot the model again, I guess. Thanks, Windows. Love ya. Love ya. At least this thing closes faster whenever this crash happens. I like how it always just kind of happens in succession for some reason. This is to say that I don't like when it happens. Test. Yeah, works fine. Taking all this extra damage is not a good idea, actually. Oh, just put it down. Yeah, you get some spooky music here too. Alright. Like, I could really just tank the damage from this thing, but sure. The red axe are not a full restore, by the way. There's like a certain limit on it. Alright. Time for this guy. This thing was absolutely hard to fight the first time I played the game. I don't know why. I had a really bad time at it. Spooter, yeah. Yeah, this is a boss that is called Yakuza. I don't know why it's called that. Like, it doesn't look like Majima or Kiryu. Also, yeah, it's biomechanical, that's why it's infected. Okay, now it's time for this silly business. Yeah, it just kind of spins. Try spinning, that's a good trick. You took it too hard. Like, I'm not sure what the best idea is here, but always just kind of stand in the corner to aim at it. Just kind of hope shit hits. Like, I guess you can stand, well, aim upwards to hit it too, but I'm not sure if it makes much of a difference. Actually, if it's above you, it can your missiles can be intercepted by the stuff it drops on you, so probably better to aim at it from a distance. It's kind of sad that no other game actually like remixes this music to a certain degree. Space jump. Somersault continually in the air. The most responsive and the best space jump in the entire franchise. Auxiliary power engaged. Save rooms and recharge rooms are now back online, but with only auxiliary power no elevator or hatches will work. Without the main silo online we are still stuck. I believe the source of the problem is the vegetation you saw earlier choking the reactor components. We'll have to find the source of those roots to proceed. I didn't really see it because I just kinda went through that room really fast. But yeah. The core has seen better days, as you can see. Also, these bees fucking hurt. Luckily the way out of here is not that bad. I'm not sure powerbomb this. And just like that we're in Sector 2. But chat, do you hear that? Doesn't sound very good. This one is an inevitable chase here. Ooh, the damage. Oh, just look at how much damage I took there. I'm just gonna play it safe, like you can go the way that you need to go earlier, but... As you can see, I took a lot of damage there and I just got like shot, what, twice? Thrice? I don't know. Virus, bacterium, fungus boost your abilities in this game. Like that shot is just too annoying to hit if the thing's chasing you, so yeah. However, I need to be careful now because those bees are around and still hurt like a motherfucker. Still poke my ass, great. I'm just going to go to the save room so that I'm it's at least safe for this point. Oh, I can't go to that save room because the fucking hatches are closed. Great. Yeah, I don't have any save rooms or anything here, so this section is kinda annoying. Oh, yeah, I have one save room. The bees hatch, yeah. Well, they didn't hatch, like, it's not like they're in an egg. Let me do this here. Fuck. Ah yes, let's recover health by taking damage. Great idea. Oh! Yeah, these fuckers hurt. I thought we didn't need to worry about them. Well, for the time being, we didn't need to worry about them. As you can see, the red axe does not completely restore you. Do I want to go down here? In this current state? Oh, well, I have no choice anymore now. I really shouldn't have been in with additional healing. I'll probably be fine. Oh, this is not good though. Oh, I'm fucking stuck. That could have ended very badly. That was close. Like I said, I shouldn't have jumped down there without healing. Anyway, now we've got the funny plasma beam. I like how this thing looks and I like the sound it makes. No, that's fine. I'm good at this game. I'm good at this game. That's not an issue. Yeah, the bees are not much of a problem anymore now either. Well, not if I jump them into them like that. Samus is now the baby. Like I said, it's up in the air. Because all the rum kind of ruins that idea, huh? Pretty sure there's something extra in the room next to this, so let's just do this. Sure, I'll throw a bomb there then. An energy tank I'll gladly take. Fusion was my favorite game until Dread. I think it's still my favorite. Like I said before, I'm kind of afraid of how Dread holds up for me. Just because of just stuff I didn't like in Samus Returns. Like, I know it fixes a lot of stuff, but... Sure. I'll bomb it is. And I know that a lot of people shit on Fusion. Like, oh no, it's too linear. Too much story, not enough exploration on your own. It's like, yeah, I get it. But I'm heavily biased towards it because it was like the first one I had. And it's almost a survival horror game to a certain degree, which I just kind of like. SCX is cool. Yeah. What? You've restored plasma beam functionality? Most unexpected. Even so, continue to avoid the SCX. It too may be stronger. And you still like a few abilities crucial to survival. Wait a second. More trouble. Hold on. I've isolated the cause. There's been an explosion in the ARC data room. Samus, go to Sector 5. The damage is staggering. Find out what's causing it. Alright, this is another thing that Fusion of Order M just kind of fucks up. Remember that shadow that's been flying around every time I went to Sector 5? Yeah. That may just be the cause for this. If you want to both of you as Fusion, let me skip the cutscenes. They're fast enough. Don't really have much of a problem with it. I get it though, I get it. But they're not really that long. Well, the ones near the end of the game are pretty long, I guess. It's gotten worse. The damage seems to be caused by a creature captured by the researchers who named it the Nightmare. Apparently it was a biomechanical organism designed for military applications. It possesses uncommon power and can manipulate gravity. We must assume that it's become an ex-host. We have no choice. You must find it and defeat it. I can't confirm the location. This thing is out of control. Hurry before it destroys the entire station. A creature that you've actually already met. Why am I explaining this? Yeah. Yeah. Well, we never get to learn his name, just kind of come across it. But yeah. Like I said, Otto just kind of throws in Nightmare for that for no good reason. Kind of ruining all the surprise and suspense that this thing holds in this. It makes no sense story-wise. It makes no sense story-wise. Samus is going to be like, hey, I already killed this thing. Why did they make another? Well... I mean, the Galactic Federation is dumb, we know that much. Whee! Making it screech like a baby is kind of creepy, at least. I don't know, I kind of prefer just being a silent thing that makes no noise. It just makes it more creepy in my eyes. I don't know why. Just makes it look like this unfeeling thing. Also, everything here is now defrosted. Also, yeah, this is just to show it off. There are bridges like this that connect the sectors, like shortcuts. They don't really come into play at all, but they do exist. You've never found that? Huh. Every sectors have them. I mean, I guess that's why I show it off, right? So that people can actually see these things. Despite me still going decently fast in this. Isn't it neat that there's still like some stuff that you don't know in games that you've already played a lot? I at least think that's the case usually. Also, yeah, the space pirate just kind of turned into Merman here. I don't know why. It's weird. It's weird. That was on this side. I really don't need more power bombs, by the way. Like, you get them back plenty, and it's like, yeah, you don't really need them for stuff. Wasn't there like buzzer tray on this side either? Yeah. Once again, I don't need more power bombs, but sure. You assume it's just X-Parasite bullshit. They absorb a fish and absorb a pirate to make a fish pirate. Yeah. Fish pirate. It's kind of wish we could see those in a game of their own, though. Oh, this was just a save room. I thought this was the way forward, but I guess it's like the one below here. Like, they could have used the fish pirates in Prime, I guess, but they didn't really do it. I like how this thing is implied to be roaming around the station, but there's still like a door that blocks its way off. It's like, why? It's up here, right? Yeah. I will be taking that. So this fight is rather rough your first time. Also, it looks a lot bigger here than it did in other I don't know, it might just be the sprite. And the music is hella cool. Sadly, at this point, my charge beam is kind of a lot better than my missile, so... yeah, I'll just tank that damage, is not the problem. Missiles do slightly work better here, though. Delicious eye jelly, yeah. I don't think I can hit you. Nope. That's a wasted cycle. I would prefer it if you didn't hit me though. It's a little waste. That's quite a waste. I might actually take the better of me here if I keep taking damage like this. Also, that was a thing that was missing in Other M. His face gets more droopy the more damage you hit. Like, it doesn't need to be this nasty, Federation. Like, why? Baby game, by the way? Yeah. That's why I like Fusion. It just pushes the line far enough that it could be considered like survival horror on a spaceship. But it's not quite gory enough. And I just think stuff like that is a good atmosphere, so... Alright, time to say goodbye to the vomit suit. Remember when Christian had trouble with this? Yeah. Like I said, I'm making this look easy. To be fair, this isn't a nightmare, it's a deformed parasite that absorbed it. Yeah. It might just be the parasite that's making it droopy. Also, I quite like this suit compared to the previous one. Like, I think the colors work well. The official art of it makes the purple look lighter though, I don't really like that. But in game this suit looks really good. Alright Adam, it's time to go off script now. I know you don't like this, but... At this point you're just kinda left to your own devices. There's a powerbomb tank up there, by the way. I'm not going to get it. Once again, I don't need powerbomb tanks. Also, I love the music down here. But yeah, it makes no sense that you fight the nightmare here, that you've already fought it before. It's like, why does that thing have to be in Other M? It's like, no, it doesn't need to be there. And I just take personal issue with it because this is my favorite game. So I'm just like, kinda like, why are you ruining my favorite game by doing this? Was it down here? No, it was in the other room. That was something down here. I need to go up. It's making Nightmare randomly going haywire when it was only crazy because it was a nightmare. Also, you might remember these from Super. It's the dragon babies. The Federation seems to have it under control before. I mean, another M also just kind of attacks you without unprovoked even, so like I don't know. Actually, no, wait, yeah, it is unprovoked because you fight it before you go down to the Metroid area and then you fight it on the way back again. It was this one. This had me stuck for a while as a kid, because I didn't notice the fish going in here. Also, the game doesn't really have like a lot of invisible pathways like this, so this area had me stuck for a while as a kid. Like I didn't know where to go. Until I noticed, wait a minute, that fish is going through the fucking wall. Still glad I managed to find it out without having to resort to the internet and stuff. Still not as bad as Meridia. I don't think Meridia is that bad though. I just find it as a bit of an underused area, if anything. So you just kind of go through there once and that's it. Alright. It's another place where we need to let him form an enemy. Also, this room is optional, so it's not needed this time. Meridian sand arrows are the worst. Yeah, they're not great. They're not great. Well, I got plenty of energy tanks. Judging from the completed files, I don't even need this much. I mean, there isn't really much left in the game at this point. Like we get out of here, we take care of the security robot, and that's pretty much it. Then we're in endgame. I'll shut up so I can hear the music here for a bit. Yeah, Nightmare is generally considered the hardest boss. I mean, Whitley later on is a joke. There is an entire Shine Spark sequence break that you can do here, and you get like a special message when you do, but I ain't going to waste my time trying to show that off. This X is just pathetic, unfortunately. I feel that its real form is kinda underused, like it looks pretty cool, but it's a joke. It's a joke. Monster Development is great. Yeah, it's just kind of a malformed malformed suit, really. It's cool, but it just dies to a few charge shots and that's it. I need to go down here, right? Yeah. Oh, wait. I had one job and I messed it up anyway. More power bombs that I didn't need. I mean, I could shine Spark up here, but there's not much of a point to it. Could you stop damaging me? Thank you. The other shortcut is up here, by the way. Oh, well, show it off with the fusion missiles in a bit. Since you said you didn't know about the previous one, I assume you also don't know about this one. Diffusion added by missiles. Judge with how far it would be. Kinda want to see how the diffusion missiles would look without the ice beam effect. I mean, this one is easier to find, really. And this takes you to Area 6. Well, I actually need to go to Area 6, so maybe this actually works. Oh, this doesn't work. Screw attack. It just puts you right below the thing too, which is kind of unfortunate. And it stays up. I don't remember where the Sector 3 one is though. Do you want to get the missile tank down there? Nah. I don't really need much more supplies at this point. Like, the only missiles I'll still need is for the security robot in a bit, and that's about it. Let me take a drink here. But yeah, there's only really 2 boss fights left before the finale now. You upgraded your missiles? That's unusual. There was no word from headquarters, a procedural error, I'm sure. Even so, I did not approve of bypassing security level 4. From now on, you will use more discretion. In any case, Samus, do you remember the security robot you faced earlier? I believe the X have infected it. That is to say, you have claimed the organic components that form its neural network. It is in the Sector 6. I don't know what it's planning, but let's not wait to find out. Samus, you know what to do. Also, at this point in time, like, does it really matter if level 4 is open? Like, everything is already gone to shit. To Sector 6 quickly. Like, the entire station is already overrun by X, so, like, does it really matter if you keep level 4 areas open? Now, unless you're going to be hiding more secret projects, you wouldn't dare. Security robot seems to have gotten much stronger. This worries me, be careful. But you have another problem. Once you're done, leave Nook immediately. The SAX is tracking you. Should objective clear. Don't stay longer than you must, understood? I wonder if you could face the SAX with the power-ups that you have at this moment. Like, I'm not sure what the damage upgrade is between Plasma Beam and Wave Beam. You know, maybe the Federation shouldn't put so many organic brains in their robots. Yeah. If Metroid Fusion has taught me anything, it's to not trust anything biomechanical. Because it always fucking goes wrong one way or another. Plus they're fucking nasty. So, it's another reason to not do it. Ah! There was an item up there. Fuck. Okay, can't get that because I need wave beam for that. Not sure what was up there, probably just a power bomb tank. I don't really need anything anymore at this point in game. Just the normal upgrades that you still need and that's it. Keep out, caution.
Warning. No entry without authorization.
Also, this logo kind of reminds me of the one that you see in Zero Mission when you fight the Chozo Ghost to get your Varia suit back. Like, I wonder what's up with it.
Without authorization.
Anyway, we've triggered the alarm. Surely the security robot comes for us now.
No
I'm just gonna make a save just to be sure. Don't remember the fight being too hard though.
No entry without authorization. Warning. No entry without authorization.
Actually, when I think about it, it's a funny way that you activate this robot. It's like just go to the forbidden area and it's like, oh no, security alarm goes off.
No entry without authorization.
Is there anything below here?
Warning. No entry without
Pretty sure there was.
authorization. Warning.
No?
No entry without authorization.
Oh well.
Warning. No entry without.
Let me do this though. I'm not sure how you're supposed to find out that there's like railings hidden up here. what I'm doing. This is better. But yeah, as you can see here, it's a brain in a jar. Which always kind of makes me wonder, is this like the end stage of the Aurora units? Did they get discontinued? Did they just get turned into security robots? I always have to wonder about that. If anything, it's just suspicious that there's another brain unit that's just put in here. Or at least some sort of the same tag. Now, no one knows if they still use Aurora units at this point in time. I have no reason to believe that they stopped using them, but... Looks like the Game Federation took an unsettling interest in Mother Brain. Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised that you don't fight the giant brain in Other M, all things considered. It's just the AI aspect of it. You know, I think I would have rather preferred that than the blonde girl. Also, I don't know how I found out that I actually can shoot the wall here to gain an additional foothold. Yeah, you're pretty sturdy now, aren't you? I think we almost have you though. There we go. When will the Federation learn stop putting brains in jars? It always goes wrong. I do like how the wave beam looks in this game. Though it is silly that you get this one later. I don't know why. Like usually you get the plasma beam last.
Warning. No entry without authorization. Warning.
Just look like you shoot DNA sequences though. Can't help but see it like that.
Warning. No entry without authorization.
Well, let's see what this forbidden area is about.
No entry without authorization.
Surely the Galactic Federation is behaving right.
Warning. No entry without authorization.
Restricted zone.
No entry without authorization. Warning. No entry without authorization. Warning. No entry without authorization. Warning. No entry without authorization.
Oh, would you look at that? The Federation is cloning Metroids again. Yeah, it would be more of a shock if they weren't doing it in Other M, which comes before this. It's like, guys, you never learn. You never learn. Also, you kind of see the evolutionary stage here, which is nice. Look, the Zetas look kind of gooby, I don't know. And the Gammas look more like mosquitoes here. It's beyond shocking they got beyond infants this time. Yeah. Well, the SCX doesn't like this. Just gonna keep shooting. Alright. But yeah, this kind of gets undermined by the fact that they did it in Other M already. So it's like... Timeline-wise, this makes no sense. Like, you're making the same fucking mistakes, guys. Like, come on. Samus, you shouldn't have done that. You ignored your orders. You may have to pay a price for that quite soon. As you can see, the Federation has been secretly working on a Metroid breeding program, once again. For peaceful application only, of course, please understand. But perhaps you already knew of this program's existence. Certainly must you have had your doubts when you saw Sector 1. SRX, a faithful replica of SR388's ecosystem. Ideal for raising Alpha, Gamma, Zeta and even Omega Metroids. This research even unlocked techniques for rapid growth. Imagine, creating an Omega from a larval Metroid in days. But that research is finished. The X has smelled out its natural enemy, and one of the SAX is on its way here. One? Are you saying there's more than one SAX? Don't be so surprised, Samus. You know that the X reproduce by asexual division. Because of this mechanism, there are now no fewer than 10 SAX aboard the station. It's kind of a shame that you never get to fight more than one in the same room, though. Think Samus Returns are the best redesigns for Metroids? Yeah, except the Gammas. Fuck the Gammas. They're annoying. Samus, you must go. Get out. If you stay too long, the SAX will destroy you. Stop only at the navigation room to uplink to me. I don't know what headquarters is going to take this, but you need to report to them immediately. I'll get going. The Omegas are cool, yeah. I like the Zetas a lot in Samus Returns. I like how they were faithful with them to a certain degree in AM2R, but I really like how alien the Samus Returns ones are. The real Adam would have said the same thing about that incident, but he would have softened the blow. He was relentless in his criticism, but he always cared. He was not a machine obsessed with duty. No such compassion could exist in that computer. Yeah, straight up xenomorphs. It's also cool that you can rip them off the ceiling. Like, I really like the Zetas in that game. Sadly, you don't really fight a lot of them. The game is too obsessed with making you fight way too many Gammas instead. I could easily trade in 5 Gammas for more Zetas to fight in the game. Alright, that's probably the last energy tank we're getting. Oh, more acid. Great. Also, yeah, these groovy things. Another save room. Sure. It's like the one thing they could have focused on more varied encounters. Yeah. That's why I like AM2R more. There's more actual bosses in it. Along with a bunch of other story stuff that makes, well, still kind of sits in the wrong way. Like, sure, it's cool that you fight Ridley, but you shouldn't be fighting Ridley on the planet. It makes no sense. Like I've said it before. Did you guys already die by power bombs? I don't remember. Oh wait, I needed to get behind these guys, right? Yeah. Like, the ending of Samus Returns should be the prologue to Super. Just you arriving at the Cyrus research station. It would make a lot more sense. Sounds bad, it makes no sense. I mean, we don't know if it's an SR388 native. But it's a fine inclusion. It's a fine inclusion. Actually, no, I'm just gonna go this way. Screw farming for energy. Oh, right, this room. Hold on. Also, I can forgive it more because AM2R is a fan game, so... like, I'll allow it. Alright, chat. If you're watching this with earphones, consider turning down the volume a little bit. If not, enjoy the screeches. Hello, Ridley. How you doing? I unironically love how loud he is in this game. But yeah, the missiles don't really do that much damage to him here. Also, I really like the sprite form compared to the Zero Mission one. Well, at least Sam is not having a mental breakdown this time. Shut up, you were killed 5 times already. Like I said, I like how loud he is. I don't know why. It's just funny. It's just funny. But yeah, if you decide to fight him with missiles, he takes a lot more damage. So, yeah, charge beam shots are just the way to go. Alright, screw attack. We've got everything. I like how Adam says that you can't really fight the SCX yet, but you already have full power regardless. You like the way you hold the grip is. Why do you have to call it that? Why do you have to call it that? Like, hey, but boss, what do we do? What do we do with Ridley in this game? Just make him obnoxiously loud. Why? Why not? Anyway, with screw attack, nothing stands in our way anymore. In his own language, he's calling you every slur there is. I actually wonder if this version of Ridley has any intelligence, because it's just an X-clone. I mean, Dread kind of shows us that X retains some sort of intelligence with the finale there, so maybe he knows who Samus is? Like, I don't know. It's the fastest way out of it. I'm going to go this way because I know there's some stuff there. Chat, what is this? You might have seen these before. Oh, you silly crap. It's a big bubble. Yeah, the first time I saw them I didn't really make the connection until the Omega showed up at the end. I was like, oh. Because I hadn't played Metroid 2 at this point in time yet when I first played Fusion. It's a big bubble, don't worry. Do I need to pick this up? I don't really need it, but sure. 205 missiles. What's the oh, it's an old missile tank. Alright. Also, this is the main reason why I thought the goo in Metroid 2 was lava, because it's just like right here. Like they didn't need to include lava in the SR388 biome. If there wasn't like none in the original, but sure. No, they made it purple goo. Like, I still don't like that. Alright, time for the talk, I guess. This is where the game decides to load dump on you. Samus, we're done here. Leave the rest to the Federation. You should be preparing to evacuate the station. Are you joking? Did you know how dangerous the X are? How quickly they reproduce? The Federation has taken an interest in the X and the SAX. They believe this life form has endless potential applications. This is ridiculous. The X are harmless abominations. What potential could they have? It's not necessary that you understand such matters. The Federation is coming now. You should just leave quietly. This is madness. They won't stand a chance here. The station will devour them. It could be worth the risk. Capturing the SAX, of course. Are you serious? Do you really think they can succeed? It will certainly be difficult. They don't expect your help. They know you would try to destroy the SAX. That's why they stopped sending you support data. The plasma beam modification was ready some time ago, but they withheld it to keep you from engaging the SAX. Yet somehow you restored its function on your own. They also tried to withhold the diffusion missile upgrade, because they didn't want you to go too powerful. But they had already sent it and you tracked it down. Bravo, Samus. They must cancel this mission. Open the Shelter HQ, and we'll let this happen. They're already on their way. Fools. As soon as the Federation ship lands, the X will overwhelm them and absorb their knowledge and power of the occupants. They're actually just waiting for the hunt to begin. and then they'll spread across the universe. Galactic civilization will end. The X hunger for form, knowledge and power. They mimic those perfectly, but they cannot copy the soul. The single-minded, instinctively seeking to increase in number. They're a plague, and the Federation underestimates their threat. The X must not leave here. I must destroy them all before the Federation arrives. The station has a self-destruct mechanism. I must use it to destroy the X here and on the planet. I must send them to oblivion. Them, the station, and myself if I have to. Really like how Dread played with more the X-Parasite's body horror. Ridley is the only boss in this game that actually mutated in the forms. I just kind of find it sad that everything turns into black goo in Dread. It's like, yeah, I mean, sure, but why does it all have to be black goo? Open the hatch. I have been ordered to confine you here until the ships arrive. Don't let them do this. Can you see what will happen, Adam? Adam? Who is Adam? The friend of mine. And would this friend advise you? What would this friend of you advise to do now? He would know that the only way to end this is to start a self-destruct cycle. You know how important it is. Did this Adam care for you? Would he sit safe in a command room in order you to die? He would understand that some must live and some must die. He knew what it meant. He made that sacrifice once. Well, he sure did. After he shot you in the fucking back and left you defenseless against the Metroid. So he chose life for you, a fair warrior, same as Aaron. Your Adam gave his life so that you might keep yours. For the sake of the universe. How foolish. How dare you? How could you hope to understand, machine? You know that detonating the station in high orbit would not guarantee the complete extinction of the X-Parasites. Even though the station would be utterly destroyed. You would only succeed in removing the one obstacle to galactic ruin, yourself. You would ignore this simple fact and chose death. When Adam decided who would live, he chose incorrectly. If you were to alter the station's orbit, and then you might be able to include the planet in the vaporization field of the self-destruct detonation. You would have to start the propulsion sequence now, before the Federation arrives. Samus, this is your last mission. Go to the operations room and adjust the station's orbit path to intercept SR-388. Then return to your ship and escape. Move quickly and stay alive. That's an order. Any objections, lady? Surprise. Just had them all along. At that time, make a computer likable. It is fair to note here, by the way, that the Federation that's coming here is not the entire Federation. Later it got explained that it was a translation note, and it is a rogue faction of the Federation. Once again, much like Other M. So, at the end of the game when you think ISM is wanted by the Federation now, no, that's not really happening. Sure, she had to question stuff, what she did, I suppose, but it's not like the entire Federation is hunting her down. Sadly, I would have liked to see a game where it actually was the story. On some sort of city planet or something. And Samus just has to outrun the Federation and prove her innocence or something. Well, sadly we didn't get that with Red, so... Because that's kind of what everyone was expecting at the point. Do I want these power bombs? Fanbase was hyped over mistranslation, yeah. Hey. You know what? Screw them, I don't want them. You can stay here when the station explodes. See if I can. Still, it would have been an interesting plot point for a Metroid game. Maybe we could actually meet other bounty hunters and stuff. That would come after Samus because there's a bounty on her head or something. I would still like to see a game that involves more bounty hunters. And not like Prime 3, but actually has a gameplay element. I feel it would be better fitted for a Prime game though, instead of a 2D one. 100%? Nah. I still hope I get the under 2-hour completion bonus actually. Solix is in Prime 4. Yeah, well, I guess we'll see how he plays into everything. Alright, time to fight. Sadly, this fight is exceedingly simple if you know what to do. Just like jump over it a few times and hit it with charge beams. From what we've heard, we kind of faced Silex in the beginning of Prime 4, so I wonder if he shows up later in the game, considering we kind of know the premise of the game now. But, well, I guess we'll see. Oh, don't screw attacking me, that's my thing. As you can see, the form becomes more unstable. And then this happens. And it looks pretty fucking sick, and it just kind of jumps around doing nothing. Which is really sad. Now, I'd love to see a Fusion remake only to see what you do with this thing. Like, surely they would improve on that, right? Like, just a completely corrupted Various suit. It looks so cool. But yeah, what do you mean, Adam? I could easily face 10 of these. It's not that bad. Sure, it took a lot of damage, but that's just how this game is. Oh, but the core flies away. Sad. Alright. Time to blow this thing.
Propulsion sequence.
Some return this was then a good fight for improving the Green Metroid is excellent and Ridley while dim is a fantastic fight. Yeah, well, I don't like fighting Ridley there because it completely undercuts the story finale. It's a very good fight. It's a very good fight. I mean, he originally wanted to make a Fusion remake, so maybe one day they actually get their wish. We'd have to see how it holds up, I suppose. I'm still waiting for that one Womack that one guy is making. I think it's just Metroid Fusion in Super's engine. But like years ago at this point, he showed off like footage where there's like 3 or 4 SAX chasing you. It's like, okay, that's pretty sick, I'm gonna play that. I'm going to regret it, probably, but it looks pretty cool at least. Would you like Fusion's engine? Yeah, sadly. I mean, I'd still play it. It looks interesting. Oh, everything is destroyed there. But I think the guy's like working on it for 8 years now and still like no release inside, so... Oh, that's big. Oh. Not only Ridley is loud in this game, I guess. To kind of make you do the not a brain thing here that you can't move, you can only look up. Alright. Yeah, this fight is pretty simple if you know what you're doing. This thing does 1 health tank per swipe, by the way, so yeah. I don't really want to get hit. Alright, bye. Also, once again, I like how this suit looks in-game more than it actually looks on art, because the dark spots are actually yellow. But I think it looks slightly better when it's like beige like this. Alright, get out of here. Kind of a bitch in this game, we killed 3 of these. I still always find it impressive that the self-destruct of the ship is good enough to explode the entire planet, because the planet looks so much bigger. Well, I guess it works. The perfect military mind, the wisdom of Adam Malkovich continued to serve even after death. Until today, I had no idea that the minds of leaders and scientists were frequently uploaded to computers. Like I know half of this dialogue out of my head. My incredible reunion with Adam may have saved the universe. But how will the beings of the universe view our resolve? I doubt we will understand what we did. The danger we barely averted. They will hold tribunals and investigations. They will hold us responsible. Adam understood this and spoke to me in my anger. Like also, yeah, like the part where they say like tribunals and investigations, like that just kind of gets resolved off screen between this and Dread. It's like, okay. Do not worry, one of them will understand, one of them must. I've reflected upon his words and I see the wisdom in them. We are all bound by our experiences, and the limits of our consciousness. But in the end, the human soul will ever reach for the truth. This is what Adam taught me. No, if he just wasn't such an asshole and all the man, maybe we would have liked him more. This one detail still bothers me. The ship can only be started manually. Yet before I faced the Omega Metroid, the ship moved on its own, guided by someone's hands. Is it possible, Adam? Lady, what troubles you? What's troubling you? You wonder how I started the ship? Just think about it. They lent me a hand. And this is why you need to save the animals in Super Metroid, chat. Because they save your life here. Friends. And that's Metroid Fusion. How long did that take? Just about 3 hours. Sounds about right. Rip the world or Samus didn't save the animals, she just fucking died, yeah. I mean, that's why I went out of my way to save them in Super. Just for the little continuity here. Like, you can completely skip them, but yet, otherwise in this doesn't really make much sense. Friends, is there a bad ending? No. Like, it's kinda hard to make it a bad ending because you don't really play Super in this. Like, they have to make you play... Like, if it was like all on the same system, like if it was a PC game, like they could probably do something with it with save file recognition, like they do with stuff like Mass Effect. It's like, oh yes, this event happened, so this doesn't happen in the other game, you know? Sadly, this is a Game Boy Advance game, so none of that stuff. It was also like 8 years after Super came out, I believe. Super Mario Club, always there. Okay, so who of these fuckers can we blame for the fact that it was a Federation splinter faction instead of the entire Federation? It's one of these guys. Or was it one of these guys? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's from the American team that the mistranslation happened, because usually we translated the stuff from the American version. And then we had to wait half a year because, well, the Spanish, the German and the French all needed their own thing. Alright, what is my time going to be? Is it still going to be under 2 hours? I wonder. I did fuck around a lot with the wall jump that didn't land. I guess we'll see. Say 150 maybe, 140. Well, it's still under 2 hours. Also, I like this Zero Suit a lot, actually. Instead of the actual one. Oh, that's close still. 2 minutes off. 64%. I think the fastest one I've done was like 120 or something a few years ago on stream. Couldn't remember. Alright, see you next mission. And then we had to wait for 20 years to see what the next mission was. Unfortunately. Alright, that was Fusion. Yeah, I still like this game. It's probably still my favorite. It's fast if you know what to do. The atmosphere is good. Music is good. Controls really well. Yeah, not much more I can say about it. But alright, that was Fusion. Only one game remains now, and it is Dread. I guess we can start that tomorrow. Not sure if I'll finish it in one sequence or not though. Sequence, one setting. Look at this demo reel. Actually, I think it shows up the wall jumping, doesn't it? I mean, it kind of spoils you on the ice axe. Also, the fact that you get ice missiles. Originally, the initial idea for this game was completely different, by the way. Like, there was some footage which Sam was walking on the ceiling and shit. But that didn't really go through. Also, the original logo for this game looked hella edgy. But yeah, that is Fusion. Hope you enjoyed. I sure did. And I'll see you for Dread tomorrow.